Yo, what's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to J3 Entertainment. You guys know what time it is.
It's movie review time.
Yes, gentlemen, and what are we reviewing today?
The Batman.
Wow. Sounds great saying it out loud, y'all.
You ain't lying.
You love to hear it.
2022 is hitting with a bang, bro.
Big
Yes.
Warner Brothers, DC is like, yo, we got fire this year.
Flowing content.
We had The Peacemaker.
Yeah.
We had that secret Catwoman that came out of the woodworks. Animation, but still good content.
Right.
Now we're here with The Batman, giving y'all a review.
Yeah.
For those out there that are new to the channel, let us explain to y'all how we like to review film. We like to talk about the good,
The bad.
And then we give our grade.
and we also are giving you guys a spoiler-free review. So
Be
you don't
listening.
have to watch later and come back. No, you can hear our review here because it's spoiler-free.
Right.
This is The Batman. We got to do that, right?
Yeah,
Of
we
course.
got to.
Let's go on and get into this review, man.
Kick it off, Jay.
For sure. Let's talk about the good, y'all.
Yep.
Bing bong. No.
Extra.
All right. So a good for me is actually the cast. Surprised the hell out of me. Didn't know that all the cast members had it in them like that.
Okay.
Like we were taking bets like who's gonna steal the role, and
Which is funny.
honestly, they all kind of low key did for me.
Especially Jeffrey Wright as Gordon. I got scared with the race bending, but he strictly personified
Bro.
Gordon.
Jeffrey Wright's that dude, man.
He's a chameleon.
You
Can
know,
I-
he
All
is.
day.
He is.
He
I mean,
might be one of the best Gordons we've ever gotten any live action.
He's just one of those type of actors, man. And when he was in Hunger Games,
Yeah.
dope. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I really saw what he brought to that table in Boardwalk Empire, bruh.
You
Yeah.
know what's crazy? I like all the Gordons that we got too, but he definitely
did his stuff. He stood.
He had his own style to it.
out.
I loved every bit of it.
He had his
Yeah.
own style, but he stuck to the
It's a good
source material.
conversation to have. No
Yeah,
lie.
yeah.
We had some good Gordons.
And
was solid.
I was very impressed by the Alfred that we got. I'm really interested in
yeah.
where they take Alfred now. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And the Penguin, man, just mind-boggling, man. You know, Robert Pattinson shocked the hell out of me in so many scenes. I was impressed. Love the cast.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
All right, man. My good, man. If y'all comic book head like me, this is the most Batman movie we have ever gotten before. The city of Gotham has never been so alive. You actually can feel like the presence and aura of how corrupt and gone the city is, man.
Yeah.
This, if you love Detective Comics, this is the Batman movie for you. He didn't just find some evidence and give it to Alfred, and Alfred calls him back later like, I figured out this. No.
Yeah.
You see Robert Pattinson Batman step by step solve crimes and solve clues that lead him closer and closer to stopping the Riddler.
Yeah.
I've never seen that done in a live action Batman before to this extent.
Well, I will say that, you know, the Adam West, when he was like, he's pulling my leg. The Joker! Like, they
You're right. You're
See
right.
for Catwoman.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. But I'm talking about something a little
Dope.
bit more modern. I
Okay.
just loved it. I never knew that I wanted to see a Batman murder mystery. This was a live action adaptation of a combination of The Long Halloween and Batman Year 1 and 2. And
You feel it immediately.
yeah, and it was perfectly executed.
Yeah.
Couldn't have been done any better to me.
And just to touch on that, I'm glad that Warner Brothers released the Long Halloween 2-part series right before it. For those that didn't read the comic, like I didn't at first, and then I watched the movie first, but then you get that vibe of it, you can automatically see it off the top. So that was
That's a
dope.
good point. I will say WB took a risk and was bold making a movie like this. It did not feel like a studio film at all. It felt like an indie film with money behind it.
This
Hell
seemed
yeah.
like something that get told no when it arrives.
Yeah.
You want to do what with Batman? Oh, no.
It was wild because it was a murder mystery, crime drama, psychological horror, thriller, and this is all the stuff that I love. And Batman is in that world. When you look at Detective Comics and those genre of storytelling, they were able to bring that into this movie. And I feel like The Batman as a film is in the league of its own, not just as a comic book film, but as great cinema. And it took a lot of cues from great other classic films that inspired this story to be told. And I was on a binge and stuff just watching this, and I started seeing other movies in there, and it was like, man, this is a Batman movie.
Yeah, the adaptations.
And
dope.
you forget because, like, you're so immersed into it. You're like, this is a Batman detective story. Like, it's a buddy cop movie. It's a mobster movie.
Yeah.
It's a psychological thriller. It's a murder whodunit mystery. And then you got puzzles here and there. And then you're reminded that, oh, yeah, this is a comic book movie when the action stuff comes in. It was the full package,
I
man.
love the buddy cop vibes between Gordon and Batman.
Oh, hell yeah.
That was done so well.
Yeah.
Let's get into the bad, gentlemen.
Okay.
Ronan, go ahead and kick that off.
Okay.
All right, let me start with it. So I will say I would have liked a little bit more Alfred Pennyworth and a little bit more Carmel Falcone. I like John Turturro as an actor, and I felt like he got a little sideline. And I understand where they were going, but I just wish we had a little bit more time on because I was really immersed in that mob setting. I like that Gotham crime epic. You know, it started to get a little departed. You know what I mean? And I felt like we needed more of them because they were like the glue to the overall arc, in my opinion.
Word. What about you, Say?
All right, man. I know I said I loved this Batman, how he was a detective, but Batman and the Riddler was actually the only two nitpicks I had with this movie. When you play Batman, you're playing two characters. You're playing Bruce Wayne and you're playing Batman. Robert Pattinson's performance did not do a separation. He didn't even change his voice, and that took me out of the movie a little bit. Like, bro, how you walking around with the same voice, the scar on your chin, and we don't know who you are? And you talking to the same people throughout the movie. You seeing Gordon like, oh, right, that cut on your chin. Like, what are you doing? That, and I did not like the Riddler's costume at all. That like really kind of killed it for me.
The garbage bag look?
Yeah, bro. That wasn't
ouch.
it.
Ouch.
The glad.
That wasn't it. Like they
shout out to the Zodiac.
They kind of had a terminal misunderstanding of who the Riddler is. They really wanted to make him Calendar Man.
They wanted you to be terrorized. I mean, he had the.
They know that a lot of people didn't know who Calendar Man was.
Right, but y'all, that's where I released the Long Halloween. Or tell us who the Calendar Man is. Now that they've done this to the Riddler, I feel like we can't get Calendar Man. And if there was any studio that was going to give it to us, it was this studio.
Calendar Man probably would have been better because the way he was.
Yeah, the way he was getting down, that was very. Or maybe they could have had two villains. Could have been Riddler and Calendar Man.
Who says he's still not behind?
You're right. But just for what the movie gave me right now, those are my two gripes.
For me, if I have to choose, a bad, I will say, even though I like this movie, I'm grown, and I can appreciate the different styles of Batman movies. But for people coming in, the young audience, and people just not into the murder mystery, the design of the film, it's not for everybody. It's not fun, if that makes sense. You don't have fun with this Batman. He does cool things to a degree, but you're not really like, you don't come out the theater like, yo, Batman was like, yeah.
No.
You don't do that. You're kind of like, interesting. Do tell. Like, it's a grown movie. And I feel that that's a negative for this film because even though Batman does get dark and gritty, there's still some redeemable facts in Batman's character that gives you the funness. And I felt like this movie just said, no, we're not going to do that in no form of fashion. And that's the negative because now I can't take my kids to go see this movie. It's like my son likes Batman, my daughter likes Batman, and now I can't take them to go see this movie because one thing is 3 hours long and it's a straight detective film.
Right. And
it's kind of like, damn, like even, it's not for everybody. And that's a negative, man. I feel Batman has became one of those type of movies where everybody should be able to watch a Batman movie, and you have to figure out those ways so everybody can watch it and be happy at the same time. And I felt like they went one route, which is fine, but at the same time, it still is a bad taste because it's like, damn, I can't even. Do I even want to go back and watch it again? I mean, do I want to endure this again? You know what I mean? Even though I enjoyed it, but it's like,
I'd have to agree if I could chime in on that. Though I thoroughly enjoyed the murder mystery aspects, the action scenes are dope, but when they happen, they are far few in between, and this is mostly a detective movie. So if you came to see like an over-the-top superhero movie, this might not be for you, and I definitely can't see kids enjoying this movie. They're not gonna have the attention span for it. It's not enough fights happening consistently.
Yeah,
they're gonna be bored, especially for 3 hours.
Yeah,
this is a Batman movie made for adults. I love it, but
I love every bit of that.
Yeah,
but at the same time, sometimes you want to go, have that fun.
For sure.
Let's go and give this movie a grade. Save, go ahead.
Okay, man. Outside of my two gripes I had, man, everything else about this movie I absolutely love. Man, I finally got my detective Batman movie showing his keen intellect and smarts and problem solving. Can't give it a 5, so I gotta give it 4.5.
All right, word. Ronan, what about you?
I got everything I wanted. They practically spoiled me in this movie. Man, just I enjoy seeing great filmmaking on display, and then when you let alone experiment with the comic book genre like this, it's exciting to watch, man. 5 stars for me just from the directing and all the technical stuff and just the cast. And then at the end, I was just like, that was a Batman movie. All right.
He ain't lying.
Okay, I really enjoyed this movie. Thought it was really cool. I felt like the movie was made for me. Because we've seen so many Batmans. It's like reading comic books. Like, oh, this is a darker type of Batman movie. Comic book. Let me read it.
Right.
So we finally got that new take on Batman. And I really enjoy that. And I like what Warner Brothers is doing now because of that. Because you do have a lighthearted Batman here. You have the dark Batman here. You have choices now. Just like the comic books.
Right.
So now it works. But it does have its problems. And I feel like I really wanted to share this with my family. But I'm not going to let that change my grade. I have to give this movie a 4.5. 4.5 stars.
Okay.
I really enjoyed it, though. Really cool. If you guys are new to the channel, go ahead and push that subscribe button. Thumbs up this video, and don't forget to share Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and also follow us on Instagram and Twitter.
All the above.
Also, check out our spoiler review.
Yes.
Because we're going to go in on it.
Go in.
We'll talk about everything.
Everything.
I'm J3.
I'm Sable.
Run the Shogun.
Woo!
Ninja Assassin.
100,000 subscribers, y'all.
We're coming.